Hello viewers, welcome to our Facebook live session. Today we have with us our expert, Dr. Dhanya Dharampalan, consultant, pediatric infection disease at Apollo Hospitals, Navi Mumbai. Today we'll be discussing on pediatric infections. Welcome to our live session, Doctor.
Thank you.
Doctor, what are the common monsoon illness that occur every year?
So this year we are definitely dealing with this COVID pandemic, but every year the monsoon brings along with it various infections because the hot and humid weather is conducive for circulation of various viruses and bacteria. So the respiratory infections, right from common cold, flu, swine flu, viral and bacterial pneumonias, are very common during this season. Secondly, the mosquito-borne illnesses like dengue, malaria, chikungunya are also relatively common because of the increased mosquito breeding sites during this season. Thirdly, the waterborne illnesses are also common because of water contamination, and therefore we see outbreaks of typhoid, cholera, dysentery, gastroenteritis, and hepatitis E as well as hepatitis A infections because these get transmitted through water. Fourthly, if there is say flood, so wading through flooded water causes a germ called leptospira to penetrate the skin or the mucous membrane and cause a disease called as leptospirosis. So leptospirosis outbreak is usually seen during and after floods. And lastly, the hot and humid weather is conducive also for fungal skin infections. So that is also common in this season.
How are the symptoms of this monsoon illness different from COVID-19?
Okay, so COVID-19 symptoms, I think we all are aware, are fever, cough, cold, throat pain. Among children, vomiting, diarrhea are also common. In fact, some of the children may not even have any symptoms. So, these symptoms are similar to any other illnesses that I talked of. So, you see fever, cough, cold, even in your simple respiratory infections, swine flu, influenza, and you see diarrhea and loose motions even in viral gastroenteritis. You can have high fever in dengue, malaria, typhoid. So it is extremely difficult to differentiate from COVID 19 and other illnesses just on basis of symptoms. So here only the testing can help confirm whether one has COVID 19 or not. If your child suffers from fever, rather than just giving medicine by touching your hand and checking the temperature, it's always better to check the temperature in the armpit on a thermometer. So if the temperature shows 100 degrees of degree Fahrenheit or more, use paracetamol because paracetamol is the safest fever medicine. Avoid the use of other stronger fever medicines such as ibugesic and mefenamic acid. Secondly, if your child has vomiting and loose motions, you must prevent dehydration. For that purpose, you need to give oral rehydration solution. This packet is available in any medical store. You just buy and you dissolve it, one full packet in 1 liter drinking water and give it to your child. Other substitutes for ORS are lemonade or coconut water or buttermilk. So, hydration is very important even if your child has fever. And please remember, illnesses like dengue complicate when the child is passing less urine. So, ensuring a good hydration is very important during these illnesses. Also, to avoid mosquito borne illnesses, what you need to do is you can use mosquito repellent creams or mosquito nets for protection against mosquitoes, but avoid stagnation of water in and around the house. If you are using drums to store water at home, please keep a lid over it or change the water once a week because dengue mosquitoes, they lay eggs in fresh water. So use all these measures to prevent mosquito biting. You can even wear full clothes, that can also help.
How do we take care of our children and protect them from this illness?
So, as I just mentioned, that since the symptoms of COVID 19 are very similar to other monsoon illnesses, um, we must also remember that it is better to consult early on in the illness. You can use platforms such as telemedicine so that you don't have to go to the hospital. Sitting at home, you can consult the doctor. So, early and timely consultation is important. Secondly, the preventive measures that we adopt to protect from COVID, such as social distancing, wearing masks outside, staying at home when you are ill, hand wash after coming home with soap and water, using hand sanitizers, etc. All these measures will also help to protect you against flu-like illnesses and even like swine flu or any other respiratory illnesses for that matter, because all these illnesses also have droplet transmission just like COVID-19. Secondly, during this monsoon, apart from all these precautions, you might need to take some extra steps, such as use boiled water for drinking, because this will protect you from the waterborne illnesses such as gastroenteritis or typhoid or hepatitis A or hepatitis E and dysentery. Then thirdly, if there is flood, of course you should avoid walking through flooded water and tell your children not to play in the flooded water so that you can prevent leptospira. And also you should wash raw fruits which will be consumed raw, and you should wash your vegetables well. And to prevent fungal infections, should wear loose clothes and keep the skin fold areas dry. Lastly, we are aware that there are several vaccines available which are very safe and effective against many of these illnesses. So we have vaccine for typhoid, we have vaccine for hepatitis A, as well as we have for influenza and swine flu. Now, the vaccine for flu needs to be taken every year because a new virus can circulate every year. So you need to take it as an annual vaccine. So all these precautions will help you to protect your child against all these illnesses.
Thank you, Doctor, for joining this session. Dear viewers, if you have any question related to this topic, please drop your questions in the comment box and we'll address it to Dr. Dhanya. Thank you.
Thank you.